What's up, guys? Alan here with EatSleepTrade.net. Going to be bringing you guys a swing trading watch list and market update for the week of July 24th, 2017. The SPX has bumped up into new highs, and we are going to take a look at where we're at on the market. Also, take a look at all the stocks on our top watch list. Alright guys, so first up on the list, let's take a look at the S&P 500. Since our last video, we mentioned that what would make the overall market look the strongest, and that would be holding above that 20-day simple moving average. And since then, the market did dip below that 20-day moving average, but we mentioned if we lose a 20-day moving average, not all is lost, because we do have a major support area along with our 50-day moving average right around that 2400 area, and you could see that buyers stepped in on those dips, bought that up, and the stock was able to rally back to prior highs and even make it up into new all-time highs as well, which has set us up with a lot of stocks that are breaking out, pulling back, setting up, and giving us a lot of opportunity in the current markets. So from this point going forward, if the S&P 500 does decide to consolidate or pull back, this 2450 area where our resistance turns support is going to be an area where we want to look to hold as support if we do come back and test that low. Other than that, hopefully the market will continue ripping higher. First up on the list this week is MRNA, and we've got a nice little flag pennant, and our 20-day moving average is catching up now and going to act as a major support area. Great relative volume over this last run and during the consolidation period here to form this pennant, so definitely one to keep on top watch going into next week for a possible breakout continuation up through 450. Next, let's take a look at BOX. You could see this kind of little wedge formation that it had, and now it has come out of that wedge formation and is now creating a little flag type pattern. Our 20-day moving average is still above our 50-day moving average, so we've got a positive direction trend. We got good relative volume, so really going to keep a close eye on next week and see if this will be a short-term pullback, like a flag setup, before we get a continuation higher and possibly a move back up towards these prior highs. Next, let's take a look at CC. This is one that we mentioned about a week and a half ago and said, hey, this is a great candidate for a future cup and handle. We have traded this stock many times from $4 all the way up until now at $45, so it has tons of potential. It's a great trending stock. You can see that 20-day moving average is attempting to cross back above our 50-day moving average, and we are consolidating nicely just below this 45.60 resistance area and our prior 52-week high. So this looks primed up for that new breakout into new highs. So let's see how we consolidate into next week, whether we need to confirm this 20-day cross above 50, maybe get that 20-day moving up closer to our candles to act as some support before we can get that breakout through 45.60, 45.65. Next, GSAT. Just a simple little wedge pattern forming here. At the beginning of the year, this had a pretty nice move off the bottom, and was able to hold on to most of those gains and actually grind up higher into new 52-week highs. And it's traded really good relative volume. It's had positive earnings. So what we want to see is a breakout to the top side of this consolidation. May not get that, may get a breakdown instead. But nevertheless, we will keep this on watch going into next week to look at potential opportunity in GSAT. And next up on our list is MYGN. Mentioned this one a couple times now. I've had it on my top watch for the last few weeks, but the stock continues to pull back and consolidate, and we are really approaching a major support area now, right down here around 23.40, and where our 50-day simple moving average gives a lot of buy support. It's also that resistance broken now turns support area as well, right there around 23.40. So this is going to be a major area where we need to see buyers step in and hopefully get this chart headed back up towards the prior highs around 27. Next, let's take a look at PURA. This is going to fall into the pot stock category. If you guys follow me on Twitter, a few weeks ago I mentioned, hey, start keeping an eye on pot stocks. Pay attention to the ones that release PRs. Look for the ones that are trading relative volume, the ones that are being accumulated, because we're getting to that time of year again where these stocks will start picking up momentum. They will start being pumped again, and emails will be going out and really try to get some activity flowing back into these pot stocks. So keep a close eye on them. Friday, we decided to start a position in PURA as it did release a PR on Thursday regarding a whole bunch of grow operations that it had just acquired that should be able to produce itself quite a bit of money. Don't believe the hype, but trade the potential, and this could easily get a nice momentum behind it. You can see we got the 20-day moving average crossed up of that 50-day moving average. You've got the good relative volume, and again, we're getting to that point where these pot stocks are going to start having attention brought back to them. Next, let's take a look at SPWR. And just a typical nice little flag setup here, so we'll keep an eye on that. It's a nice trending chart. This falls into the solar sector, which we've noticed the last few weeks has been pretty strong, and there's been a lot of stocks within that solar sector that have really taken off, including SPWR. So nice little pullback here, a little flag setup. We're just going to keep it on watch, see what happens. Might need to get closer to that 20-day moving average. May get a nice continuation right out of this consolidation, but either way, good volume, nice trending chart, strong sector. Let's keep it on the top watch and see if we can't pull something out of it. VIAV. A beautiful little consolidation here, and we are just starting to peak out of the resistance area there. We had good volume coming in Friday, so we want to see coming in Monday, Tuesday, if this move can continue higher and get us back up towards these prior highs around 11.80, just below 12 bucks. So keep a close eye on that. VRX. This was a chart that was submitted by a follower on my Twitter, so I do appreciate that as well, guys. I always appreciate when you guys share new ideas with me. I may not always respond to you, but I promise you guys, I always pull up a chart, take a look at it, and if it's something that I like, I'll definitely let you guys know, and even let you know I'm adding it to my watch list. This was submitted to me by John Chester, and you guys can follow him on Twitter at ChettyCats94. That is on Twitter at ChettyCats94. So that is ChettyCats94, and he brought VRX to my attention. You can see it's a beautiful trending stock. The 20-day moving average is well above the 50-day moving average, and each of these nice moves that it's had after each consolidation has been filled with great relative volume. So we are at that point again where we've been consolidating now for a good 3 or 4 weeks, and we are ready to make that next move higher. So keep VRX on close watch into next week. Got that 20-day moving average support below, and it looks primed up to make a move. Next, let's go ahead and take a look at WTW. WTW has been on an insane uptrend this entire year. It has not stopped. Any dip bought on WTW this year has been rewarded, and we want to get some of that right now as well, as we're consolidating here near our 52-week highs, and we're holding up really nice. We got that strong trend with the 20-day moving average well above our 50-day moving average, so we're just going to kind of watch to see if we get a quick break out of this consolidation, and if we do, we want to get a part of it, take advantage of that, and the great risk reward right now, as our lows Friday were only 37.26, or we might need a little bit more consolidation, come closer to that 20-day moving average, and if that occurs, we want to be ready to try and take advantage of that move as well. All right, guys, we are going to switch gears as that is going to wrap it up for the stocks on our top watch going into next week. And the next thing we want to take a look at here is another watch list that we have. As you guys can see here, we do put together quite a few different watch lists, and that watch list we're going to look at is the pot stocks. I mentioned a few weeks back that we should start watching these stocks, and there's going to be a lot of opportunity that is going to be coming up in these stocks. So let's take a look at a couple real quick just to give you guys kind of an idea of what I'm talking about. AERO, check out the setup here. We've got some nice relative volume coming in. The stock's coming off the bottom, making decent moves. So what do you want to see? Consolidation. Do you want to see that 20-day cross above that 50 and accumulation continue to occur on these stocks? AMMJ, nothing too crazy there. DEWM. You can see a chart here just to give you an example of what these charts are capable of when they start getting a lot of momentum and a lot of eyes looking on them. For me, this is much overextended, not something I want to chase up. But again, just to give you an idea of what these charts can be capable of when they get pumped or when they have news or different things coming down their pipeline and positive things happening for them. HMPQ, nothing too much there. KSHB, nice little setup right here. So you can see we just got back above our 20, 50-day moving averages. Our 20-day moving average is about to cross back above our 50-day moving average. We have a positive earnings report, lots of good relative volume, and a chart like this is something that looks primed to buy the dips on a good risk reward and be able to sell out on those pops. Let's take a look at a couple others here. MCOA, again, another great looking chart that has just started to get accumulated. Look at the amount of volume that's coming in. It's created a flag. It's pulling back. You've got your moving averages wanting to cross, and a trend is changing here. Momentum is coming back in. Eyes are getting back onto the pot stocks, and these things will start to get pumped. They will be sent out in emails and texts, and you want to spot this accumulation before those pumps occur. Let's take a look at mine. Another good one to keep on watch. Nothing going on too much there. MJNA, same thing again. You can see the accumulation and the pullback, the wanting to cross of the simple moving averages, and that is what we're going to be looking for right now in the pot stocks to see what we can come across. Give you guys some ideas here. A lot of big volume in RFMK, might be something to keep an eye on. It's a triple-digit stock. So again, you guys are looking for something that's really inexpensive to trade. TRTC, another stock that is very capable of running to 35, 40, 50 cents a share. You can see the nice accumulation, the nice trend change that has already occurred, right, guys? So the other two stocks or three stocks that we just seen, where we've seen the accumulation and the pullback right before that 20-day moving average is about to cross over the 50. This is the second move up that you want to buy on the pullback. Get that second move up, sell into the breakout, wait for the pullback back to that 20-day moving average, and re-enter your position, or add back to the current position that you had open as you basically revolve around a core position of buying, selling, buying, selling. So another good one to keep an eye on coming up in the next few weeks is TRTC. VHub, nothing going on too much right there. So yeah, guys, just a friendly reminder, get your pot stocks on a watch list. Get them collected up so you have a nice list to go off of when the hype starts. You can find the good charts, buy the dips, and hopefully find some success in that way with pot stocks. Alright guys, that is going to wrap it up for this week's swing trading watch list and a market update. If you guys haven't already, please do me a favor, hit that like button down below, leave me a comment, let me know what you guys got on your watch list this week. Always love to get your guys' feedback and new ideas from you. Also, don't forget to subscribe for future updates, and do me a favor, hit that share button, share these videos with everybody. Everybody wants to learn, and let's not let them get taken advantage of by furus. Get your pot stocks list put together. I will see you guys into next week, and trade safe.